Britain's used car market has a strange habit. The vehicles everyone seems to want can cost thousands more than they're actually worth, while cars nobody looks twice at are sitting quietly at the back of forecourts for less than a new SUV's optional extras. Take a highly sought-after Volkswagen Golf. You will easily hand over £8,000 or £9,000 for a clean 7-year-old example. Parked right next to it, an entirely different, deeply unfashionable hatchback with identical mileage and more boot space can be driven away for just $4,000. But there is a catch. Buying an overlooked car only keeps money in your pocket if you know exactly which engine and generation to pick. Choose the correct specification and you secure years of affordable motoring. Choose the wrong one, and those initial savings disappear the moment a fragile automatic gearbox or a poorly designed diesel emission system fails. Down in this budget bracket, a glossy advert means nothing. The true value of a car is decided entirely by its service history, its MOT record, and exactly what noises the engine makes on a cold start. The final car on our list requires the biggest compromise in styling, but it holds exceptional space and value for buyers who prioritize practicality over driveway appeal. Navigating the budget market requires ignoring badge prestige entirely. We are looking for undervalued utility, and we are going to ruthlessly avoid mechanical risks. We start with the Fiat Tipo, specifically the generation sold in the UK from 2016 onwards. It has zero badge prestige and a reputation heavily tied to budget rental fleets, which suppresses its price artificially low. Most UK buyers looking for a practical family hatchback instinctively default to a Volkswagen Golf or a Ford Focus. This chart shows the reality of the fashion tax. Compare a 2017 Tipo with 50,000 miles against a Volkswagen Golf of the exact same age and mileage. The Golf will consistently command upwards of £9,000. The Tipo hovers around $4,500. To capitalize on that discount, you must buy the 1.4-liter naturally aspirated petrol engine paired with the manual gearbox. It relies on Fiat's ancient but highly proven fire engine architecture. There is no turbocharger to fail, it handles stop-start urban driving comfortably, and it is fully ULEZ compliant. Conversely, you must walk away from the 1.6-liter multi-jet diesel automatic if you do short urban journeys. Without regular motorway heat to clear the system, the EGR valves set up, the diesel particulate filters block, and the dual-mass flywheels wear out prematurely, erasing your initial savings. When inspecting a petrol Tipo, focus on the MOT history. You are looking for repeated advisories on worn suspension drop links, deteriorating lower wishbone bushes, and sticky rear brake calipers, which are common failure points you must physically check. Inside, the dashboard materials feel built to a budget, but the cabin delivers an enormous 440-liter boot and significantly more rear legroom than a standard Ford Focus. The Tipo forces you to sacrifice interior luxury and badge appeal, but it delivers reliable, ULEZ-compliant utility at half the cost of its premium rivals. For drivers covering serious distances, the Hyundai i40 Estate is a definitive high-mileage workhorse. Because traditional estates are rapidly losing ground to modern crossovers, this car suffers from immense depreciation on the used market. Its direct competitors in terms of cabin space and motorway refinement are the BMW 3 Series Touring and the Volkswagen Passat. Yet when you compare the prices, the gap is massive for vehicles offering nearly identical cruising comfort. The golden rule with the i40 is to target the 2015 facelift. Earlier models suffered from a weak timing chain tensioner that caused severe engine issues. The 2015 update revised the tensioner design entirely and replaced the outdated dashboard with a vastly improved touchscreen infotainment system. You want the revised 1.7-liter CRDI diesel engine, producing 141 brake horsepower. It comfortably returns over 50 miles per gallon on a run and sits in a low vehicle excise duty tax band, keeping your annual running costs strictly contained. However, this engine requires a specific lifestyle. If you are not doing regular motorway speeds for at least 30 minutes a week, the diesel particulate filter will not regenerate, leading to a blocked exhaust and a painful garage bill. On a cold start, listen very carefully. A brief rattle for a second is normal as oil pressure builds, but persistent metallic clattering means the timing chain is stretched. Also, rest your foot lightly on the clutch pedal. Heavy vibration indicates a failing dual-mass flywheel. The trade-off for its taxi rank reputation is that every independent garage in the country knows how to fix an i40, and replacement parts are exceptionally cheap compared to maintaining a high-mileage German equivalent. Provided you buy a post-facelift model with a solid service history, the i40 trades driveway prestige for superior cost-per-mile efficiency on long journeys. Our final car is the Fiat 500L. Its bulbous, controversial styling and strange MPV crossover proportions have absolutely destroyed its residual value on the used market. For roughly £4,000, you could buy a cramped, fashionable crossover like an early Nissan Juke. Or, for the exact same money, you can buy the 500L, which offers vast headroom, sliding rear seats, and enough glass to make the interior feel as bright as a greenhouse. The specification to find is the 1.4-litre petrol. It completely bypasses the complex AdBlue injectors and emission sensors that plague the diesel variants, providing a mechanically simple powertrain that suits chaotic family school runs. At this price point, expect minor electrical gremlins. The Uconnect infotainment screen occasionally freezes, and interior plastics can rattle. These are minor annoyances, but if the dashboard displays an engine management light or a steering failure warning on your test drive, walk away immediately. This chart highlights the crucial maintenance threshold. Because the 500L is a heavy, tall vehicle, the suspension takes a beating. As the car approaches 80,000 miles, the McPherson struts, top mounts, and lower arms typically require a complete overhaul. Check the service invoices to see if this has already been done. What you gain for your money is brilliant family-friendly visibility, 6 airbags as standard, and a raised driving position that makes it vastly safer and easier to park than older hatchbacks in the same price bracket. The 500L is the ultimate analytical purchase. You are explicitly trading exterior aesthetics for unbeatable interior space, mechanical simplicity, and very low insurance costs. Each of these cars serves a different requirement. The Fiat Tipo wins the best practical car under £4,000. The Hyundai i40 takes the title for the best motorway cruiser, and the Fiat 500L earns the biggest hidden bargain for pure family utility. However, the overall UK car ledger choice goes to the Fiat Tipo. It offers the tightest balance of low financial risk, guaranteed ULEZ compliance, and daily usability, provided you secure the petrol manual. But identifying the right make and model is useless if the specific example sitting on the forecourt is hiding neglected maintenance. You must inspect the physical evidence. Before you hand over any money, verify the paperwork. Cross-reference the MOT history online to spot recurring failures. Check the service invoices to confirm the servicing schedule has been met, and physically check the V5C logbook to ensure you are buying the exact engine version you researched. Under the bonnet, insist on a cold start. Check the coolant reservoir for oil contamination, pull the dipstick to check the oil level, and use a torch to look down the block for fresh fluid leaks. Inspect the exterior carefully. Uneven tire wear points to worn suspension components or poor alignment. Look down the side of the car for rippled paint that indicates cheap accident repairs, and inspect the wheel arches and sills for hidden corrosion. Finally, secure your financial protection. Never buy a used car without paying for a full history check to ensure there is no outstanding finance. And if you lack mechanical knowledge, an independent pre-purchase inspection is worth every penny. The UK used car market is unforgiving, but it richly rewards the educated buyer who ignores fashion, skips the premium badges, and relies strictly on mechanical evidence to uncover true automotive goldmines.